Hello travelers, today we're in Rome. Known as the Eternal City, Rome boasts a rich heritage dating back over 2 millennia, with iconic landmarks like the Colosseum, Roman Forum, and the Trevi Fountain. In this vlog, we will be showing you the best things to do on your next trip to one of our favorite cities in the entire world. Before we start, be sure to subscribe to our channel to keep up to date with all our travel vlogs from around the world.
Right now I'm standing in front of probably the most iconic sight to see in Rome, and of course I'm talking about the Roman Colosseum. So definitely it is the absolute #1 thing that you should do, especially on your first trip to Rome. This thing is gigantic. When it was built in 80 AD, it could house up to 50,000 people, and of course we all know what went on in there was these brutal fights to the death of these slaves that were gladiators. There's a lot of line to wait to get in. Sometimes you can even get a tour to come and see the Colosseum, and like that you can skip the line. If you don't have tickets, you'll see some scalpers here that will offer you tickets to go and go in. I'm not sure I recommend that, but do your research before you come.
Next to the Colosseum is the Arch of Constantine. It stands as a testament to Constantine's political and military achievements and his role in the transition to Christianity as the Roman Empire's dominant religion. Close by is the entrance of the Roman Forum, which was a center of political, religious, and the commercial hub of ancient Rome for centuries. To get the most out of your time at the Roman Forum, we recommend hiring a tour guide or bringing a book with information on the temples and the other ruins of importance. First, you will find the Arch of Titus. It stands as a symbol of Roman military power and conquest. The arch is known for its intrinsic reliefs depicting scenes from Emperor Titus's conquest of Judea, including the spoils taken from the Jewish temple. While you're here, you will most definitely want to check out the Temple of Romulus, which is the best preserved temple in the whole entire Forum. The bronze doors are the original and the locks still work. Next to it is the Antoninus and Faustina temple with its stunning 17-meter large columns. It was converted into a Catholic church, but was originally constructed around 141 CE. The Temple of Vesta was an ancient Roman shrine dedicated to the goddess of the hearth. The Temple of Vesta housed an eternal flame, which represented the everlasting nature of the Roman state. If the flame were extinguished, this would indicate doom for Rome. If you have time, don't miss the Capitoline Museums that house an impressive collection of art and artifacts from ancient Rome and beyond. The museum's highlights include classical sculptures such as the iconic Capitoline Wolf and the original bronze statue of Emperor Marcus Aurelius. You can also visit Piazza Venezia, which features the Vittorio Emanuele II monument. It's dedicated to Italy's first king and houses the tomb of the Minoan soldier. The square was a central location for political events and rallies during the fascist era under Benito Mussolini. His balcony on the palazzo was the site of many of his speeches. The Largo di Torre, Argentina, is also an interesting area to walk by. It's actually the rumored place where Caesar was assassinated. While here, you can also visit the famous cat sanctuary, where local volunteers take in feral cats from around the city and bring them back to health. Oftentimes, they're missing eyes and had lived very traumatic lives. The Jewish ghetto is also a must-visit when you're in Rome. It was established in 1555 by Pope Paul IV and was one of the earliest ghettos in the world. The neighborhood is home to several synagogues, including the Great Synagogue of Rome. Also located in the Jewish ghetto is the Portico da Octavia. It's an ancient architectural complex. It consists of colonnaded walkways and arches, serving various purposes over the centuries. Don't miss Campo de Fiori, a historic piazza that hosts a bustling open-air market each morning. In the past, you could find local fresh produce here, but today, you will mostly find Italian spices to take home along with other souvenirs. Piazza Navona is one of Rome's most famous squares. It is known for its beautiful Baroque fountains, and it's an ideal spot for people watching, enjoying a gelato, or sipping an espresso. The Fontana del Moro, situated at the southern end of the square, features a central sculpture of a Moor wrestling with a dolphin, and it was originally designed by Giacomo della Porta in the 16th century. In the middle of Piazza Navona is the star of the square, the Fountain of the Four Rivers, designed by the renowned Baroque sculptor Gian Lorenzo Bernini. Each of the four figures represents a major river from a different continent: the Nile, Ganges, Danube, and the Rio de la Plata. The third fountain at the northern end of the piazza is the Fontana del Nettuno, which depicts the god Neptune surrounded by mythological sea creatures.
When you're in Rome, one of the other things that you must do, especially considering that it's so close to Piazza Navona, is come and see the Chiesa degli Francesi, or the Chiesa San Luigi degli Francesi. And inside, you're actually going to see some splendid artwork.
And the artwork inside is by Caravaggio, the great master of the Baroque. And he has three really great artworks inside. Next up is the Pantheon. It was built around 125 AD during the reign of Emperor Hadrian. It was originally dedicated to the Roman gods, but it later became a Christian church, which contributed to its preservation over the centuries. The Pantheon features a massive domed roof with a central oculus that allows natural light to filter into the interior. This iconic dome was an engineering marvel of its time and remains one of the largest unreinforced concrete domes in the world. A short walk from the Pantheon is the Trevi Fountain. The Trevi Fountain is not only one of the most iconic landmarks in Rome, but also one of the most famous fountains in all the world.
As busy as it gets, it says on Google. So, word of note, don't come at 327.
Legend has it if you throw a coin inside of the Trevi Fountain, you will return to Rome. So you will see just how many people are throwing those coins in, because who wouldn't want to return to Rome? And I read somewhere online once that they get like, I don't know how many millions of dollars each year just from people throwing change in the Trevi Fountain. So it's actually pretty good for the city. It goes to repairs and stuff. You definitely won't want to miss the Spanish Steps. This iconic staircase has 135 steps that gracefully cascade from the Piazza di Spagna to the Trinità di Monti Church. They're made of white marble and are a stunning example of Baroque architecture. And it's also a popular gathering spot for both locals and tourists.
I've been trying to forget, but you won't let me. Something in my brain wants you. I've been hanging on myself, asking for help, but nothing seems to work on you. Yeah. You always make me feel like, oh yeah. You never leave my thoughts alone, yeah. You're the reason I'm going out of my mind. I just can't stop thinking about you.
Don't miss Castel Sant'Angelo, which is also known as the Mausoleum of Hadrian. It's a historic fortress along the Tiber River, and it was originally built as a mausoleum for the Roman Emperor Hadrian and his family in the 2nd century AD. Today, you can find a museum here that houses a diverse collection of art, armor, and historical artifacts. No trip to Rome is complete without visiting the Vatican City, and this is our last stop on our best things to do in Rome. It's the world's smallest independent city-state, and it serves as a spiritual and administrative center of the Roman Catholic Church, and is also the residence of the Pope. The Vatican Museum houses one of the world's most extensive and impressive art collections. Highlights include masterpieces by artists like Michelangelo, Raphael, and Leonardo da Vinci. The most famous of all attractions within the museum is the Sistine Chapel. After your visit to the Vatican Museum, head to St. Peter's Basilica next door. It's one of the world's most iconic and largest Christian churches. It's known for its impressive Renaissance and Baroque architecture, with a magnificent dome designed by Michelangelo. Inside, visitors can also admire the stunning artworks and sculptures, including Michelangelo's Pieta. That's going to do it for this vlog. If you have any questions on the best things to do in Rome, or just want any travel advice for the city, please leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell to get notified whenever we post a new vlog.